Hello YouTube, this is Mr. Grizzigan. This chapter came out last night. I saw this right before I went to work. It's about probably like at least 13 hours since it released. It's about 12:30 in the afternoon, 1 o'clock in the afternoon. I'm hoping to get this out tonight. This and the Fairy Tail chapter review reaction. But we're covering One Punch Man chapter 177. The last chapter ended with Sakamoto. Saitama getting sent into the monster storage bay down below, and Fubuki Tatsumaki versus a guy called, what is his name? Tsukuyomi. So, very curious where this will lead. Otherwise, we're just going to jump right into it. Like I said, this has been out for maybe 12-13 hours. I'm very curious with this. So, let's jump into this. One Punch Man 177, The Supernatural and Risk. We have a picture of Fubuki in mob attire, like black dress, like a giant wool coat. Then down at the bottom you have Saitama and Genos in like gangster outfits. Okay. Actually, I'll be right back. Sorry, I was making sure audio looked a little weird there. Sorry about that. I saw if something weird happened. Whatever. We're jumping right into the chapter. So we see a picture of the building, the association. They say this month the numbers of monsters disasters hit an all-time high. Another record breaker, huh? Citizens here. It's a ton of monsters keep pouring out into the world like this. People might not be able to live outside anymore. But we're perfectly safe in here. The high-ranking pro-heroes will protect us after all. We're guaranteed more security than any upscale neighborhood out there. They're in like a diner type area, a cafe. We see outside in the swimming pool with a bunch of people like relaxing by the pool. The facility has all kinds of great cafes and restaurants like this, and even a pool. Not to mention the shopping mall I hear they are building. And it's easy to get around in. Someday this might even become the capital. But only a select few of us get to live here. Good thing your dad is a higher up in the government. Like I said, you made the right choice going out with me, didn't you? I guess so. She's looking down at her cup, and you can see, like, the tea is shaking within its cup. It's shaking. An earthquake? Couldn't it be? The place is constructed with state-of-the-art earthquake-resistant design. They say we won't feel a magnitude 6 or below. Your hand is probably what's shaking. Finally moved into a perfect world thanks to my connections. Don't worry me like that. Sorry. And then you can see everybody at the cafe are falling over. I'm guessing because you have Saitama within a monster containment field. If he's sending off punches, he is doing damage, but you also have psychic beings fighting each other. So absolutely the building would feel the stress of this. Really are shaking. Why? What? It's a huge one. It won't collapse, will it? Are we really going to be alright? Where's the hippo center? It's shallow. On site, East Building 4's basement. It's coming from the experimental monster containment floor. Saitama. But also, they're right above the floor, so it could be Tatsumaki and them. Security cameras aren't functioning. Get some heroes out there. Put down all the rampaging monsters. And we're back over to Tatsumaki. And Tsukiyomi is trying to put everything he has into, like, just trying to force Tatsumaki into, like, submission. Just putting as much pressure on Tatsumaki. But within this page, you can see the veins popping out. Like, he's really trying, and Tatsumaki looks just plain. Like, nothing's wrong with her, and that's incredible to show the scale. Even if Tsukiyomi is supposed to be, like, this great psychic, to show this difference like this, he might be a great psychic, but he's not as great as Tatsumaki. And Tatsumaki, we just saw fight in the war, like, to her last, like, breath. Like, really incredible stuff. I see. When it comes to telekinetic output, I may be at a very slight disadvantage. Did you think you had any chance at your level? Poor little guinea pig. Huh. There's no need to belittle me so. He has one hand out, and you can... It's like a snap or something, because... I'm guessing a snap, because you can see... Maybe... No, because his arm isn't moving. There's a sound. Something in his right hand. There's no need to belittle me. Maybe he's just pissed and snapped, because you can still see his veins popping out. Saitama, we need you right now. Tatsumaki is trying to force the floor back open, but cannot do it. And Tatsumaki... not Tatsumaki, sorry. Fubuki, I'm going to mess up a lot this chapter. I'm sorry in advance. Fubuki is trying to get Saitama out. Like, open the door, the ground back up. And Fubuki hits the ground. Lady Fubuki, a capsule full of sleep medicine that breaks at my telekinetic signal. Shall I break a capsule full of deadly poison next? Oh, so he has some type of trump card within Fubuki right now. I'm guessing that's what the snap was, or that sound he made. I'm guessing a snap, because that's the only thing I can see moving within that flame, is the fingers. It's really well drawn. God damn it. I wish I could draw like this. Simply slipping these into her beauty supplements was an effortless task indeed. When did you... Tatsumaki's pissed. Like, beyond pissed. That means there must be... Before the people, her friends, her comrades could get to her, I'm guessing Tatsumaki put a shield or got everybody away from Tatsumaki got everybody away from Fubuki. I'm just sorry about that. A Tsukiyomi spy at either the manufacturer or the distribution, or posing as one of your little friends, Fubuki. Now then, no more resistance. Am I understood? Tatsumaki's not liking this one bit. What a good listener you are. Let's make you a little bit easier to carry. And he does a snap again. And you can see Tatsumaki's head is turning. How can you have supernatural powers and not know about this? Well, it's no surprise that natural psychics lacks balance. They have no harmony. And Tsukiyomi is like twisting up Tatsumaki's body. Not like trying to kill her, but just to make her more compact so it's easier for him to bring her. Sis! Fubuki's just watching all this. They are a defective species that needs to go extinct. This Tsukiyami. And then, behind him, he does... I'm guessing this is him, because he points towards it and blows up a circuit box behind him. Level demon monsters containment cage open. He triggers the cage monsters to now be released. You can see the cages start sliding apart, leaving a gap. And it looks like lasers or some type of fence is keeping the monsters down there. You can hear growling from the pit. A large number of demon level monsters escape due to mechanical issues caused by Tatsumaki's rampage. If all that's left at the scene is monster feces and minced half-eaten flesh from an indeterminate number of people. So this is Tsukiyami trying to make it seem like that's what's happened. He's trying to make a scene here. Tsukiyami picks up Psychos, Fubuki, and Tatsumaki. Nobody would question the death of the witch sisters. At least not anytime soon. And we see someone from the group, Fubuki's group, has a scar and he's shaved on the side and just hair. I can't think of what that's called. It's a certain hairstyle. But he floats up. The new guy. That bastard. Bye now. And Tsukiyami and this new guy are trying to leave now. Wait, Lady Fubuki. You have a bunch of Lady Fubuki's henchmen and just guards and that trying to get out now. Like panicking. Close the cages, hurry. It's not working. The exit won't open either. You can see the lasers disappear, stopping the monsters from proceeding. And then you just see guts. Fucking Saitama just killed them all. That's probably what the Eptopez... Other than the psychics, that's probably what they were feeling. Is Saitama just punching. Just because his power is so immense, it makes sense. And you can see just all its guts and gore just coming out of the hatch below. And Saitama comes out with it. Tsukiyami, that new guy, and Fubuki... Well, Tsukiyami and the new guy are like shocked with all this blitzing, all these parts coming out. The Fubuki's henchmen and friends are shocked too. Huh? Saitama lands on the ground. Ouch. Found it. Well, Tatsumaki's broken his hold on her. You bastard. Fubuki, this will hurt a bit, but consider it a punishment for ignoring my warnings. The capsule isn't reacting. What the hell? Tatsumaki is using her psychic ability to found the capsule inside Fubuki, and what Tatsumaki did was twist the capsule contents and all into the shape of a needle, thinner than a strand of hair. I'm guessing she's just gonna rip it out. The human body could repair that really easily if it's just that size. By copying the wavelength of your telekinetic signals, I was able to find any object it would react to. Thanks for the hint. And yes, Tatsumaki pulls it out of Fubuki and sends it straight at Tsukiyami, and Tsukiyami tries to block it. but you can see it goes through his hand. Like, it goes through both hands. I wasn't scroll down enough. It goes through one hand and goes through the next. I'm guessing it's going to hit him in the head. God. Oh my God. It hits him in the eye. He has one less eye. His entire right eye is gone. Like, it's gone now. Oh my, he didn't die instantly from it. Did you have some sort of resistance? So the poison from the capsule didn't automatically kill him. So yeah, he had to have some type of resistance. After this, I'm going to write everything you know about. After this, I'm going to wring everything you know about Tsukiyami out of you. Wait, he's not Tsukiyami? I've been calling him Tsukiyami. Do we not know his name? That's my bad. If we don't know his name, I can't look him up. That just give me spoilers, right? Because it would give me the web novel. I'm not looking it up. If you guys know his name or if I missed his name, I put him down as Tsukiyami. Which means there's someone higher than him that is Tsukiyami that is the bigger threat. I thought he was the head dog of the other psychic group, but it doesn't seem that way by how Tatsumaki's talking. You can see Tatsumaki is now dropping rubble onto... bringing rubble from the ceiling downwards. I'm going to call him Tsukiyami this one last time because it seems like she trapped him in a cube, like a spear of just stone and concrete, and just... So he's trapped, entirely trapped at this point. And the new guy got away. Like, did not get absorbed by it. New guy is trying to flee, and he was not watching where he's going, and he ran into the wall. And Tatsumaki puts Psycho Fubuki herself and the spear that holds this guy down on the ground. Tatsumaki just throws her hair back like it was nothing. Well, compared to the whole battle with the Monster Association, this would be nothing compared to the swords. We're saved. Lady Fubuki, are you okay? You have all of Fubuki's friends and her group running up to Fubuki. You guys. Fubuki is still not fully back. She's still probably under the effect of the sleep medicine. Just what on earth was that? You brought us along without giving any reason. And nearly got every single one of us killed. What's Tsukiyomi? Just who were those espers? Why would someone in the association executives do business with attack us? That's a lot of question, and that's probably like they're asking the questions for Fubuki because they want to know, but that's also the questions there that the audience probably wants to know too, like messages on two fronts. Oh, Tatsumaki yells, "Shut it!" This has nothing to do with any of you guys. Get lost. Didn't I tell you, Fubuki? Involving yourself with a bunch of riffraff will just let the enemy take advantage of you. Just like this. Cut off your ties with your friends. This time the bad guys showed their hand for us. But it would be a bit of a pain if you let them use your weak point like this again. Tatsumaki's making a lot of points here, but Fubuki can't let the people go because they've been with Fubuki since high school. So there's no way Fubuki's letting them go. There's no way. If anything, they're like a family to Fubuki at this point. I can't protect them all. Wait, Miss Tatsumaki, hold on a second. If you at least explain the situation to us, we can take measures against the enemy, be better prepared next time. Please allow us to work under your sister. See, they want to work under Fubuki even after this whole situation. And they're probably right. If they know more about this, they can be better prepared. This just hit them out of nowhere. Not knowing who Tsukuyami is, not knowing any of this, and being brought into the situation with no knowledge. They make very good points here. Oh shit. Tatsumaki is beyond reason at this point. Huh? It's because of your stupidity that your leader's life was put in danger. So how can you spout this kind of garbage? That kind of garbage. Fubuki doesn't need you anymore. Honestly, you all just nuisance. If none of you will cut ties, then I'll cut them for you. What are you gonna do, Fubuki? What are you doing, Tatsumaki? I'll kill you just enough to where you won't quite die. Enough to make sure you'll never work as heroes again. Please, Saitama. Please stop her. Please. Saitama's right there. He can't be, 20 feet away from Tatsumaki at this point? They're all backing up. And Fubuki still can't say too much. Because Fubuki is still at, full of shock. But also, the sleep medicine still is affecting her. You can hear it in her head. Wait, stop it, big sis. Holy shit. This... I'm hoping we have more chapters in this. I don't know what page we're on. Oh my god. Saitama grabs Tatsumaki's hand. Like, he's serious. And Tatsumaki just looks at him and say, what? Good grief. You siblings are just like each other. This is going too far just to lecture your sister. Why should heroes have to beat each other up? That's a good question. Heroes shouldn't, but heroes always end up beating each other up anyways. It just happens. It's the narcissistic of each hero, but the egos and everything. It just clashes. Heroes should absolutely not fight each other and be more... Even if they work by themselves, if they can team up like they did against the monster situation, it makes the world of difference. Oh, that's the end of the chapter. We might have a Tatsumaki versus Saitama fight on our hands. Because I need to talk more. I need to talk more about this, but we're putting this up because I'm going to start my review. This is going to be a long review. This is going to be at least probably 10 minutes or more. So buckle up because we have a lot to talk about. My voice is going. I'm going to have to drink some water and take some more medicine. Actually, I need to take my daily. So, real quick, let me just take my thyroid medicine and some pain relief medicine. I only slept for 2 hours. But I woke up and my body just wouldn't go back to sleep. I was in so much pain. I'm going to have to buy another bottle of ibuprofen. This is my second bottle. I'm almost done with it. Well, second bottle, but it's been about 6 months with that. Okay. So, yeah, it's been about 6 months with that. So, I'm so happy. I'm so happy. So, you might not say that there's a fight coming, but I can see the fight coming. Because up to this point, Saitama keeps ending up within the biggest battles, within the biggest situations that the Hero Association has to take on. And at this point, Saitama has gained ranks super quick. A lot of them just see him as a fraud. At least the ones, the media. But that's him trying to make the other heroes look like they're not doing their best. Like him versus the Sea King, he took the, which made me fall for Saitama more, like just the love of him. I still say my favorite hero is Moomin Rider, but Saitama's up there because to say, I don't make sure they don't die. I need I need some of the credit. If they're not around, I can't take the credit. Like to kind of make himself more of a, I showed up and did nothing, even though he beat it. He's done so much that I love him as a character. Like, I love him as a character. He doesn't care about his self-image. If the heroes end up winning in the end, he'd rather have the heroes have a bit better light than the light on himself. And he just keeps ending up in a situation multiple times where he's with Tatsumaki, and Tatsumaki just keeps throwing him to the side like he's nothing, or ask him why he's there, and he just keeps throwing it off like he's ignoring it as much as he can. But I think at this point, Tatsumaki's gone off the deep end. If she doesn't get stopped here, she is gonna get them close to death. She's gonna get she's gonna go over the line. I know this all started as an inside job for them to get Psychos away. But at this point, with seeing Fubuki that closely to danger, I see why Tatsumaki's angry. But her friends, her group, makes so many good points that if they know more, they can be more well prepared. And there's no reason for them to cut ties. Fubuki won't cut ties. You can't separate that group. It's like a family at this point. They've been together for years and years at that point. Their group is more of like a guild at this point. But Fubuki has gone off the deep end. If Saitama doesn't stop her like he did there, she would absolutely have done it. I have no doubt in my mind she would do it. But Saitama stopping her is definitely going to set off a thing where Tatsumaki is going to try to push Saitama to the side and go ahead with her plan. And she's going to see Saitama just brush it off like it's nothing. And it's going to definitely set Tatsumaki off. Because up to this point, Tatsumaki just keeps seeing Saitama within these, like, incredible, serious situations and just walking out of places. Like, I can see Tatsumaki just fighting him to test his power, but also she's probably going to think so cocky about it that she has more power, that he's just a common hero. And I'm guessing Saitama's just going to keep getting up. And I'm more than certain that at this point that Saitama probably won't throw any punches. He probably won't even do damage to her. He'll probably just outstand her attacks. What we have so many S-class heroes and just heroes in general knowing Saitama's strength, where the A-class rank 1 wants to talk to Saitama. Sweet Mask wants to talk to Saitama at this point. So you have that happening. But if Tatsumaki finds out even the strength of, like, if she can't defeat him, Tatsumaki might actually see him as a hero. But I don't think his secret is going to get out. There's no way he will want that. He's more of a hero just for fun. But I could also see him now being put on the front lines with everything being known about him. Like, there's so much that could happen. And I see a clash. I don't see any way we go from this that it's not going to be a clash between the two. I've been hoping for a clash for a long time, just so Tatsumaki can see Saitama's power, or see a portion of his power. And it seems like the clash will finally happen. I can't wait for it, to be honest. This just came out last night. And the next one will probably not be in for another week or 2 weeks. So it's going to feel like forever. But I can't wait. I can't wait to see what they do. And at this point, we have no side stories going on. This is the only story. It's not a war anymore. It's just one continuous story. If anything, I could see them showing off Tatsumaki thinking back to Saitama, all the past moments she has seen Saitama out on the field with other S-class heroes, A-class heroes, and then think of why is he here? Is he here just for the glory? Is he here just for the quick rank up? I could see them playing this really well, and I can't wait to see what they do. That's just Tatsumaki versus Saitama. We've been talking 7 minutes now, and there could be a lot. Another thing, I'm sorry about calling the guy Tsukiyomi. I thought that was Tsukiyomi, and now I don't know his name. I don't know if we got a name from him then. If he's not Tsukiyomi, then there's someone higher than him. Another person higher than him called Tsukiyomi. And I'm curious who that might be. I'm so flabbergasted. Like, I thought he was the name. He's now captured. And the traitor that was in the group is sort of captured too. He's knocked out at this point. So you have both of them captured. All the monsters are probably killed that they are keeping, the demon level monsters. All of them are killed. The outcome of this is, I don't know. It's so ridiculous at this point. There's so much going on that I don't know where we're going. I absolutely have no clue what's going to happen. I have no goddamn clue. This has been growing and growing. I know we've been in like side chapters or chapters between arcs, but this is definitely a thing that I want to see. I really want to see where they go with it, because now we have a group that wants to pick just research psychics or espers as like research material to advance their own plot to get the experts farther. So you have that whole group, and yeah, you have all that going on, and then you have another thing. I do wonder, maybe we'll get answers, maybe we won't, who knows. If we can, because after this you have so many citizens within the structure reacting to what's happening, they have to put a public announcement or something. But also, if they don't, all the citizens know this structure, the Bureau Association, can hold up to any attack, anything strong. which is great because they definitely need the reputation, and they most likely will probably make more bases like this. If it can hold up to an earthquake of that size being made by someone underneath the building, then it can definitely hold up to anything. Or not anything, but a lot of stuff. My biggest question is what that guy's name is now. Like I said, I thought his name was Tsukiyomi, but that's apparently not his name. So now I'm curious. Also, curious. I don't think I talked about this in the last chapter, but curious what that future Psychos and the Fortune Lady saw. Because if it's so dire that no matter what they could do, they could think of, there's no way humanity could pass it. It has to be something that was like, we haven't seen destruction yet. We've seen some, but I'm guessing this destruction would be on a different scale entirely. I'm just curious where, because it's probably going to be the god that just keeps popping up in the series. Most likely that is the destruction. But we have Blast and their team holding off that whole thing. I think that's all I'm going to talk about this chapter. A lot of questions, but can't wait for the next chapter. I'm going to give this a 10 out of 10. It was a really good chapter. Well, I'm going to give it 9 out of 10 because they're building up to a phenomenal chapter. That's how it is. Also, the end of the chapter, we got the Arthur's New Year sketch. Saitama in a bunny outfit. The year of the rabbit, year of the bunny. Happy New Year. Thank you very much for your support during the last year. We look forward to your continued patronage in the new year. 1. I'll say when we're wrapping up, the creator of One Punch Man and Mob Psycho has started a third series called Versus. It's 2 chapters out so far. I might cover it, I might not, I don't know. I have no idea what it's about. Maybe I'll pick up the first 2 chapters and see how it is, or the first chapter and see how it is, and we'll base our decision off that. But that's another thing we will talk more about later on. Like I said, I'll probably pick up at least 1 chapter and see how it is. Otherwise, have a good morning, have a good afternoon, have a good night. Wherever you are, just have a good day. Hopefully, I see you guys next video. And, peace.